No, look wherever you like, wherever you feel comfortable. October Red. I'm joined with Alex, and Alex, I'm not even going to try and pronounce your surname because I will get it wrong. Can you introduce yourself for our viewers, please?
Yes, so Alex Le Guevel, Head of Community Development at Matchroom Boxing.
Yeah.
Alex, welcome to the channel. First time guest. We like our guests to get to know a little bit. Oh, here we go.
Thing is, I mean, I never expected Alex's main job to be doing interviews all day. Do you know what I mean? It's like a little bit of a superstar.
Speaking of talent spotting, there you go, the main man himself. Alex, I know that you're a bridge between like the amateur and the pro boxing, but let our viewers know a little bit about your history in boxing and what we can expect with you working with Matchroom.
Yep, so previously worked for England Boxing for 5.5 years. I was a club support officer for the East Midlands, Eastern Counties and home counties. So basically working all the clubs at a grassroots level, helping them get funding, get more people into the sport from a participation perspective. And I guess I've always had this sort of this dream of trying to connect the amateurs more with the professional side of things, and pitched an idea to Frank Smith over the course of probably like 2-3 years, and was persistent enough to keep going. The door was open in terms of like putting forward what my role and what I could bring to Matchroom, and here I am today. And it's there's so much we can do, and really exciting times.
What was the drive? What was it that made you sit in your office, the job that you're in before, and what gave you that drive to give you this idea to say, you know what, I'm going to create that bridge?
I've been around a lot of professional shows in terms of like our gym in Northampton. We've got Kieran Conway, we've got Ethan James, who are boxing on quite big stages themselves. One obviously with Kieran and Matchroom, and I've been around the shows and just thinking to myself, well, there's more we could do here from a community perspective. There's more things we could do to give back and connect the two. And I guess I've just sort of stuck at it. Some of the ideas we've got, some of the projects I was doing at England Boxing, we can kind of bring them to Matchroom and then probably shine like a greater light on things because of the, utilising position as the world's biggest boxing promoter. It's just, what better platform could we have to showcase what we're doing in the community and at grassroots level? And that's the driving force. That's where in the community, all the people that box on Matchroom shows started in the grassroots. So if we can, do more at that level, then it's only going to benefit the sport at all levels.
We talk about the GB team. We know that obviously the young fighters go off. It's almost like a military school, for a better word, where they get the good training. They go all around the world, fighting against some of the best amateurs, getting all of that experience. And then it's kind of like, it's at the Olympics, do they get the podium spot? Then there's some of them that are good, but they don't get that spot. They may not get called for that Olympics. And they're sort of like in this limbo. Do I turn pro? Do I stay as an amateur? What next? Your experience in the amateur field, what did you find was like a catalyst for these guys to turn over pro?
I think it would probably be, usually it was maybe if there was a change in weights, so it's not every weight being included at the Olympics, and sometimes it would just be the fact that maybe they just wanted a new challenge. The amateurs, it's brilliant, but not everyone's style suits 3-3s or the sort of format of amateur boxing. Some people's style is more suited to the pros, and I think sometimes it was just the right time for them to look at new challenges.
You talk about giving back to the community, something that I know that you're passionate about. You want to literally put back into the community so boxing can get the best out of their fighters. You mentioned like underprivileged backgrounds. Elaborate a bit on that and how your role at Matchroom can help those fighters.
So we've got loads of different ideas, to be honest with you. At the minute, my role's kind of, we've got about 20 different ideas floating around. It's looking at short, medium, long term. Which ones are we going to begin with? Probably like a first phase. Some of the projects rolling them out, looking at what resources are available to roll those out as well. But one idea we're looking at is something around Matchroom makeovers. So potentially going out into the community, helping young kids who are from underprivileged backgrounds to learn trade skills, to go out and help refurbish and renovate gyms, and then obviously the community boxing gym benefits from the sense that they get new and better improved facilities. So yeah, we're looking at that as one idea. So watch this space with that one. But there's just so many different kind of ideas that we can implement and different bits that we can do. So yeah, it's dead exciting.
So you're going to act sort of like a conduit between possible, maybe schools in certain areas, stuff like that. What is your approach? What is your target audience?
It's young people from all different backgrounds, but what I'm looking to do really is kind of try to align things with what the government's kind of key objectives are around young people and around deprived communities. LSEG communities, people with limiting disabilities, ethnically diverse communities, women and girls, those kind of underrepresented groups. If we can shine a light on what's happening in those communities and help kind of remove barriers to them for participation, that's what we can do. And with as I say, with the platform of Matchroom, what better platform is there?
So when you look at doing that and possibly getting people involved in the sport, I'm going to take, for example, I'm a female, so I'll say the young women out there that are looking to obviously jump as a stepping stone, say from maybe a project you're doing, what is the stepping stone then to possibly, is there like a pot of gold? Is there like the signing with Matchroom at the end of it? You know, that carrot, that's something that makes them want to work harder. Oh, I could possibly get a contract. What are you kind of like working towards?
I think you never know, one day potentially stuff like that. But at the minute, I think it will be utilising the kind of networks that I've built up over the years in terms of maybe connecting them to like the England sort of talent pathways, or, you know, maybe if it's someone that's got loads of talent but doesn't quite know where to go in terms of their local boxing gym, well, maybe we can help in that sense. So yeah, it's utilising those networks, and, you know, maybe there is like a sort of support package we can put in place eventually. But for the meantime, it'll be utilising those networks and just supporting in any way we can.
I like the idea of that, and I'm just throwing this out there, not obviously to set up like franchises of Matchroom gyms all over the country. However, it'd be nice, say from like your point of view, the community point of view, would Matchroom possibly put an arm on some of the gyms around different parts of the UK to like offer support to some of the gyms? Is that something that you could possibly think about?
I think absolutely, but what we want to do is try and share the love as much as we possibly can. So it's not just going to be going into certain areas. You know, probably there's an affinity with certain areas because we host shows there and it's probably easy to do things, but I really want to sort of, you know, really spread as much as we possibly can, and so the most amount of people benefit from what we're trying to do here. So yeah, I think there will be there's going to be targeted areas, as there is with any project. You know, whether we're looking at indices of multiple deprivation and aiming on, you know, the sort of top 40% of the most deprived areas, which is kind of what Sport England do in certain ways. So we may align with that, but the beauty of this role is it's a blank canvas, and it's kind of you know, it's down to me to decide where is going to be the most impactful investment in terms of social return on investment. It's, you know, how much, if we put X amount of money into this community project, how much social return on investment is there going to be? And that's really what we're focusing on.
At the end of the day, it is a business, and it's got to have some kind of payback. So with other gyms then, have you sort of like aligned yourself to any particular gyms so far, or is this something that's just fresh in the making? We're throwing ideas out there and we're putting the feelers out to see what's out there?
Completely fresh in the making at the moment. Obviously, at the minute, the first bits we're doing, quite a quick win really, is going out to the gyms and doing visits around the fight weeks. As we're coming up to Birmingham in a couple of weeks, and we're going to do something there. So, you know, that's a really exciting development and things that we want to kind of build on and do more and more of. But yeah, there's no one kind of you know, earmarked at the moment. But, you know, there's any ideas are great, to be honest with you, and we'll be looking to, as I say, share the love as much as we possibly can all around the country.
You have literally got your work cut out for you. This is a massive job, no doubt. Next time I see you, you'll have about 3 or 4 people working on a team. It's a brilliant idea. Like you said, you worked on it for 2 to 3 years. That determination, Alex, something that you wanted to do, something that you wanted to achieve, something that you saw as like something that was needed in boxing. Talk to us about your drive. What drives you?
It's all about, like, I've been connected at the grassroots for a long time, and I've seen it happening on a day-to-day basis. When you see those kids and they walk into a boxing gym, and what the sport does for them, whether it's, you know, making them more confident, more disciplined, you know, fitter, healthier, better mental health, all these different benefits that people get, that's what it's about. And if we can, you know, give back from the position we're in at Matchroom, then we're going to help more people to realise those benefits. And that's what it's about for me. That's why I push so hard for this, because I've seen the power that Matchroom have and that the professional game has. And I've seen what happens at that kind of that grassroots, that community level. And I want to connect the two, and I want to, you know, really make a huge impact. So that's why I keep doing it. And I'm going to keep going and going until we really, realise the potential for what I've seen.
I cannot wait for the development of this. A new arm to boxing, something new, something fresh, and something that the community can get their teeth stuck into, which is nice, because then everybody can get involved. It's not just about buying tickets, turning up at the shows. It's about getting the kids to get into their local gyms. have a little bit of drive with themselves, get them off the street, get them out of trouble. All these things that boxing has got a massive capability of doing for the community.
Absolutely, it's all about inspiring the next generation. As we see with any huge events, Birmingham was fortunate enough to have Commonwealth Games last year. Look at the impact of that. You've got people like Delicious Ori, Lewis Williams from the area have done so well in a boxing environment. So, you're going to see the kickback from that in terms of young kids going down to the local gyms. So when we have huge shows coming to Birmingham, as we have in a few weeks' time, we're going to see that, the excitement around that, and hopefully see more kids into the local gyms and getting all those benefits I spoke about.
We can't wait to see it. Listen, Alex, it's been an absolute pleasure. No doubt I'll see you in Birmingham. In fact, no, sorry. I should see you next week at the AJ Joshua. Can I have your predictions for that then? A man of experience.
I think, to be honest with you, I think it'll just be a barnstormer of a fight. I think both fellas are going to come, for a right tear up. I'm going to stick with AJ for the win. But I think it's going to be great. Every time they fight, they just bring it, don't they? So that's what I'm looking forward to.
We love it, Alex. I shall speak to you soon, and thank you very much for gracing us with your presence today.
Thank you very much.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.